Hey, good morning. This is Misty Fears from At Home with Misty Fears, and I'm here today. My watch band has gotten a little bit sunburned, right? It's fading. So rather than disposing of it, I thought I could bling it up and make it a better piece. So I'm going to flip it around here so I can work on certain sides. Um, It might be a little bit complicated with the little dots in here, but I figure I can work around them, and I might not be exact because we may have to remove a couple little pieces of bling. Let me know when you're on here, and we can chat a little bit and see how your day is going. Anyway, welcome, and yeah, so I'm gonna jump right in and get started. So I have this wrap bling, and this is kind of what I'm thinking about putting on this. So um, I believe that I have the option. Hi, good morning. I see somebody on here. I can't see who you are. It's the studio option that I'm using in the device here doesn't show me who you are, unfortunately. But good morning. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this out. Yeah, I was going to try to zoom in. Let me see if I have that option. Um, Maybe not. So let me. Um, There we go. That might work. I'm not sure. Maybe it works or nope, it's not going to. Sorry, guys. You should have a zoom option on your side as well. So hopefully that'll work. I might be able to pull this down, but I don't want to drop the whole stand. I put some weight on the back side of it today, but let me turn it to where it's even. Sorry about making you dizzy. Okay, there's a little bit closer view. So hopefully that will work. Um, On this side, I just want to get it cut tight, and I think I'm going to try to wrap it all the way around. I don't even remember. I think I got this bling offline somewhere. I'm so sorry that I don't recall that type of stuff. I've had it for quite a while. So I think what I'm going to need to do, because I definitely need that snap piece, but I want to start gluing it down. And for the glue, I'm just using the do it this way. E6000. It's just E6000. And hopefully we can get this across here. So to start, I just want to tighten that up. It was flowing just a few minutes ago, so I'll get it back open and it's tightened up a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that reopened. I just had the dental tool out. When it does get tight, you can just go in and pick off the piece and then it will open it again. Um, yes, I did just flick that too. So I just want to put this glue over the bead sections. And I'm going to do the first couple just so it sets. I may need to go in after the fact. Oh, hey Justin, how you doing? I'm using a studio called Switcher Studio, and it's pretty awesome. It's a paid app, and it's mostly for Apple. I know that you're going to love that, Justin. Tech brains. So go check it out. It used to be a free test option. I've been using it off and on for about a year and a half or so, maybe even 2 years, I'm not sure. But I was struggling with some consistency with it. Seemed like it was working fine in test mode, and then I'd get it over to, I'd figure it out in test, and then I'd go in to purchase it and do the registration, etc. And I couldn't get it to do the same. And so I was frustrated with it off and on. And it's been a little bit of a learning curve just because it has so many options on it, which is wonderful. But anyway, hopefully that helps answer your question. And yeah, it's kind of a cool piece. Go check us out on Roku for now and craft round the clock. and our videos are starting to get loaded. Mine is expected to load next week, I believe, and it's still kind of a learning curve one. It's not perfect, but pre-recorded I think is a lot easier than lives. Just with lives, I enjoy lives, but pre-record is you can restart it and better options to edit, etc. So trying to get this E6000. I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but it's a little bit of a tedious task because I'm just wanting it on the bead heads or the bottoms of it just to get a really secure fit. These beads are technically netted together with just like a mesh fabric, and they're amazing, but hopefully I don't know that it will hold up for years, but that's okay. I've been wanting to do a new watch band update anyway, so I figure this way I get what I want until I can find somebody else's version of what I want. Okay, so let me tighten that up in there a little bit and press that down. And again, I will come back after the fact, maybe not totally. Let me get this cut out so that it will go down around that. This is the clasp. And I just want to cut a little hole around it so that it goes down tight and secures that. That's a tight spot to be in, but there we go. And that should go across. I'm thinking a set of 4 might be enough to get that out. And let me do this side. There we go. Okay, so, and then of course, I'll open this up where the band sits here. That's funny, I keep missing that first one, so there we go. Okay. So I think that I'm going to kind of push that back where this kind of goes up to the edge, and this one as well, so we can tighten that up here a little bit. I have a little bit of flexibility on these things. The glue is sticking to my finger, making that difficult to maneuver there. Okay, so there is that side. And now I'll go around and do this other side. So if you can't see that, there's a closer view, but it's got lots of bling to it. Looks like it kind of got off center a little bit. Let me push that back over where it works better, because we definitely want it to be straight. And I want those backed up a little bit, and then this one here can come back a little bit also. But there you go. And so that'll take about 24 hours to set. Is usually what I give that. And then this one, I do want that to stand up straight though, because it will spill. Anyway. Oh, hi, Joni. How you doing, hun? Welcome. So far, no mistakes. Let's pray that we get through a video the way it's supposed to do. Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know, because I never know. But I do have you coming through the headset today. It's, let me show you. There it is, the Beats. And hopefully that will work in the right spot. No, I don't have just a bob. I have this other cut. So let me work on getting this side glued, because that seems to be taking the most. And let me pre-measure this first. Looking at this after the last application, I'm wondering if I should pre-cut some of these holes. Actually, I think it will work fine. And so let me get this across and down here so I know where to cut it. There you go. Anyway, so are you guys ready for 4th of July? I haven't done much with it for a while just because it adds complications to my life. Um, Holly likes to go partake in the celebrations, and we don't mind watching the fireworks. We love that. We respect our officers and our country, etc. But she makes it all about food, and that makes it difficult for mom. And then the puppy, oh my gosh, the puppy is so freaked out by it. So, we always have to medicate her, just give her low doses of stuff. But it's just sad. It's very unfortunate. And it's not just the day of the 4th. One day is doable. However, all the neighbors, they carry on for about a week. They've been going off for probably, well, the whole entire last week. We've been hearing them. And of course, they don't want to do it light. They want to do what is that called? The big blast, the mortars. Yeah, because we live in a redneck community, and the bigger the blast, the bigger the man, supposedly, I guess. I don't know. I shouldn't say that, but anyway, it messes with the dogs, and it also messes with the vets, for PTSD, and it just triggers so much stuff that there's got to be a better way to do it, and let the cities do the shows, and then let us find something else to do instead. This street shows or something that's not so disruptive to so many people who get triggered, or animals, etc. Because a lot of dogs get lost on this holiday. Sorry, I don't have eye contact on ya, but every time I look up, I screw up. So I want to be careful here and get this done right. You guys still here? Anyway, yep, there we go. Where did I leave off? But it should be a fun day. So anyway, I'm just putting these down, and then I want to wrap the watch in kind of a diamond string, and getting the most use out of this watch band as I can. I've been looking for new ones for a while and just not completely excited about any, so just waiting and waiting, and finally decided, you know what, I need to do something with it. So I'm going to take and wipe that off. It's getting a little bit sticky at the tip. Just there's a clump. Much better. Now it's not blocking the flow so much. Anyway, so it's good to see you guys on here. I love that these videos are coming together finally. Oh my gosh. With Facebook, it was fairly easy. There weren't too many complications on it. Periodically, there were little ones, but with this studio, I'm really getting it down now. There are just so many different options to learn up front, and inconsistency from the trial to the subscription, but it seems like it's mellowed out. The trials used to be free, so it was no big deal, but now they are $20 for 7 days or so, and the subscription used to be I think $24, $29 a month. And I think I saw where it went up to $45 a month, which is kind of outrageous. But they do a really good job, so I think I'm going to stick with them as long as it works. I don't mind paying that. But when it wasn't consistent, it was difficult. They've been around for a while. I was following a gal, came across her post on it, and she had posted in, oh my gosh, like 2016, I want to say, or something, just quite a while ago, and I had no idea that was around for that long. And she was a crafter, and she did an amazing job with it. She was able to get these features, picture in picture, etc. She's the one who sold me on it. It's like, ooh, I want to go try that. So it's been a year or two since I started playing around with it. But finally getting it down. Say hello if you pop on. Let me know you're in here. And so, almost done here. I know it's boring, taking tedious time, etc. And I do move slow because I just don't like the errors in that. Let me put a lid on that so it doesn't get disgusting again. I do have some tweezers, and I think I'd rather play with the tweezers than this, but I'm going to end up wearing this stuff. So I think that if we go this way, we can mess it and get it exact. Oh, look at that first time. First try, boom, right in there. Nice. And I want to tighten this up around that edge and see what we do. There we go. Okay. So I can see a couple of the holes. What I think I'm going to do here is let those dry and then come back in after the fact and tweak around that. The casing here is open now, and so I can tighten that up just a little bit because I have some thread sticking through there. And that will secure that. And I'm not sure. We may lose that. I'm not positive, but we will try. I'll push it forward just in case we need to do that. So there you go. So there is the first part. So let me put this away and get it back where it belongs. And then the next one is a little bit heavier duty. If I had enough of the crystals, I would do it that way, but I'm just going to do this. Let me drop that down. There we go. This is the bling that I'm going to be adding to it, and it's pretty cool. But again, it's going to be a little bit difficult because it's tedious work. Let me grab my, if I can find them. I had some really nice tweezers here that I was using, but I don't see them. Yeah, there they are. Okay, so I can use these guys to grab it and stuff and to hold it still. And so, boy, this is going to be tedious. Let me turn it this way and get working in the right direction. So I just want to take this and put it around the watch casing itself so that whatever band that I do have will have adhesion to it. And I think in this case, I'm just going to take the glue and lay it down across. I think that's going to be a lot easier. So let me stop there. And then I can add that to that area. I don't want it to slide, so I want to be really careful with that. Let me get a semi-pre-measure of about how much I'm going to need on this. Okay, so I think it will be about here. I'll put an extra one on it just in case I misread that. So, all right, and so we will put that in that case, and hopefully you guys can see that. Let me see if I can put this on. Oh, it's not going to let me. Well, let me take it out of this sequence for a second and see if I can put it in. And there we go. There you go. So that should go back and do that. Let me narrow that back down. And there you go. Okay. So hopefully you can see this a little bit better. Shoot, the other thing I could have done was zoom that, but I'll bring it up to the camera so you can see that. So I'm just trying to get it straight before it settles, but I do want it to settle in there a little bit. And now I want to be really careful because on the other side, of course, I don't want to go over any of the options that are on the watch itself to, um, and of course, to push some of those controls to get rid of it, it just moved the glue, unfortunately. And so I want to go ahead and bring it around this corner. And we'll stop there. And then the next section is going to be the tough one because I have to figure out how to avoid all of the controls. I think that I can go mostly above the controls for most of it. And then I'll stop at the dial and we'll just go around that dial and work differently around that. And I'll bring it down to the control section there. I do want to make sure that the blingy side is up. And may have just solved itself. It went over the top of the dial. I kind of like that. Kind of. That may be the solution to this. So let me see if I can do that very gingerly, and I'll just bring it up onto the face of the watch here just a little bit, and then back down below it, and then back around this back side and see if I can get this done. Okay. Definitely don't want to E6000 that dial though, do I? Because we all know we need that dial. So let me make sure that you guys can see this. And there you go. There's a little bit of a spot left that I need to get down. And that glue is clumping again. It dries so fast. Let me push some out and clear that. It's not going to, so I'm going to have to wear some. Darn it. All right, that may work. But I do have it on my fingers, so I got to be careful here where I put it. Okay, that should work. Fortunately, I have a little bit of time to play on this. And let me get this extra bead cut off. I did not want to cut. Darn it. Okay, let me make sure everything is tight and back in place and looks good and even. I just want those to line up really well. Okay, so there we go. I want to bring that up across the top there a little bit and make sure the dial still works and runs freely. It does. Hey. And just make sure that nothing is sliding. Those jumps sometimes. It's like, what the heck? Okay, there's the extra bling that was still on there. Let me get this stretched and straight. Get this up on the top here as well. Yeah, there's an extra bead that is just a little bit too tight. I need half of one and half of another, right? Okay, at least that came off even, so I can stretch it back and get it back where it belongs. Okay, so there we go. That is the new Blingy watch. I need to clean up some of the glue off of the top, but rather than smearing it, sometimes it's easier to pick it off at the end. I can get some of the bigger clumps though now so that it doesn't lift from the other ones. Let me work this just a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see this on camera, sorry. Welcome to the world of E6000. Grabbing the dental tool to try to get in there, but so it's kind of a binding type glue. So when you peel one area, sometimes it will string through and start to peel the surface that you don't want it to peel off. So you just want to be careful with that. But that is my messy approach to my blingy watch here. Yay, now I can wear this and I'll still go back through and clean up the holes, the connection holes and pieces. And I think I did get it enough space in the connector so that it will go through the holes, and I don't know that I'm going to be able to do that yet. So I will have to, let me test it here on one of these. Yeah, I just need to make room for it to pop through. It's in a bad spot. But yeah, I think this is going to work great. Gosh, if I stop bumping this off before it dries and cures. All right, I'm going to stop messing with it because I do want it to stick. If it ends up having an issue, I can always come back and add a little bit more glue to those sections. So let me push it in place. Hopefully you get it to connect there. There. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining me. Whoops, I forgot to turn comments back on. But thank you for joining, and we will chat soon. Okay, take care. Bye.